Going live. It says I'm live. We're back. Okay, I still
We're
got
back.
I got Danny back on the phone. I don't know what happened with the other stream.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to pick up here. This is typical of Southeast Asia. Very difficult to
Right.
get a good internet, and of course, we're gonna just pick up the story here and try to rebound. But what we were talking about before is, when do you feel like Danny has to return to Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I am missing home, but not in the sense I think most people think. I mean, I miss my family, I miss my friends. You know, I miss the gambling, of
You,
course.
you miss Keno.
Um, yeah, I miss Keno. I really do. I do. I love Keno. I don't think that's going to change. I've taken a break before from Keno, not this long. I don't know why I love it so much. I love numbers, and maybe it's just a full-on addiction. Maybe it's not. You know, we've talked about this many times. Since we've known each other, we've debated whether or not this is an actual addiction or it's just straight up bullshit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is either. I find that there's something about it being an addiction that makes me want to say it's real, but then there's the other part of me says, well, then why didn't I go gambling since I've been in the Philippines? You know, why haven't I gone out and snuck out and got some Keno?
Yeah. I mean,
So
is there
I do
Keno
plan on
here?
it, but
Is there Keno here? Do you know that, or you're not
I
sure?
don't know. I have no clue, but I know there's casinos.
Yes, yes, there is casinos here. Actually, this is a great. Actually, if you gamble, okay, if you gamble, the Southeast Asia is probably the greatest place for you.
Right, right. I heard the Filipinos gamble on everything.
Everything, everything. Actually,
Hmm.
Asian culture gambles on everything. Chinese believe, kind of some
Right,
gambling, testing your luck. Luck is a huge thing in
right,
Asian culture, and gambling is ginormous.
right. So I'm looking forward. I mean, obviously, I am fearful that I'll burn through some money. So I did move money around and try to hide it from me. But I haven't gambled anything, and I have a boatload of money, dude. It's
Okay,
really ridiculous.
so check this
Um,
out, and this is important because you get paid again next month. So I mean, your rent's paid.
yeah.
You're not in any jeopardy of anything other than just kind of
No, I'm not in jeopardy.
eating, $1 meals on the side of the road with your, little companion. And I mean, that's the only
Yeah,
thing you risk. And actually, if anything, you guys could live on almost nothing because it's so cheap here in the Philippines. I mean, other than
yeah.
your rent, uh, you could eat for next to nothing.
Hmm. Right. You're not lying. I got a bunch of mangoes here and bananas and chicken and all kinds of food, and the refrigerator's full. And I don't know, man. It's something different. I mean, I do not miss Vegas at all in terms of how much money I was shelling out for food, gas, insurance, the car. I'm selling the car. We could even talk about that. So if I
Did,
return to Vegas, I won't have a car.
so is the
So
car
there you go.
sold, or is it going to be sold?
I'm working on it. I got a buddy out there, a really, really great friend of mine I've known since I was 5 years old. He's working on it for me. The car is currently parked at his house, and he is going to sell it and then take care of that for me.
Wow. So you haven't
Yeah,
even
and
stumbled.
I mean, I'm convinced.
So you haven't even stumbled into a casino since you've been here.
No, and I'm actually looking a little forward to it, to seeing what it's like. I mean, I don't. I mean, you haven't spoke about it, so it's going to be a surprise when I roll through there. And I kind of like surprises, so I'm going to check it out. Maybe in a couple days.
There are many different casinos, and of course all of them are a little different, but and actually they have dress codes kind of similar to the immigration, believe it or not. So that's something to keep in mind. And they are, I haven't done a lot of gambling in Asia in general. However, I did check it out. The main reason I checked it out was because of Poker Stars has a poker room here in Manila. However, I found the rakes and the gambling conditions to be less than ideal. I mean, is really what I felt like. Um, Played a little slot machines, played a little blackjack, played a little of that, but one I have not seen any Keno machines. I looked briefly, but and actually I didn't even see any video poker machines. But I was stopped very quickly from just kind of taking some rando pictures in the casino. So I don't know if I get off any real video. I had talked to Mary if we could get a blackjack screen off on the Lolo. Her videoing me playing some blackjack. I thought that would be fun, but other than that, those are my experiences here in Asia, and actually. Uh, Another little fun fact, kind of going back here, we were together hanging out before we came here to Asia, and gambled a few times, and then basically before that, I hadn't gambled since we had our little run when you visited El Paso. So I've gambled like 4 times in maybe 8 months. I mean, it's basically what it amounts to at this
Wow.
point. Yeah.
You didn't see any Keno machines? I mean, dude, that is so disappointing to me.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't like look for them. Is basically what it is, and I kind of
Right.
Googled briefly, and I think there are Keno machines here because the Keno idea, or the what it's based off, what the numbers, right? That's the how the game is based off of.
Uh-huh.
So that is a popular method to gamble here. So I think that there's Keno machines here.
Right.
I think.
Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to probably go, since we're talking about it, I'll probably go tomorrow. I'm tired for today.
Yeah.
I found that my energy levels here, because of the heat, are kind of zapped. And so, I mean, I hate to say, like, I have like a 5 or 6 hour window of like able to walk around and hit my energy levels. Then I just kind of peter out and say, fuck it, I just want to go back. So I don't know.
Are you staying up late because June works online, or not really?
No, I'm very much so, just, for lack of a better term, I just retired, man.
Yeah.
I just kind of hang out.
Got you.
I do whatever. I'm studying Tagalog a lot. I'm reading. I'm doing what I enjoy, what I like to do. But
Yeah.
I do want to check out those casinos at some point.
Yeah.
And I haven't, that's, it's on the list, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you went to Tao, that volcano, right?
Yeah, I love the volcano. I did some traveling around, and I don't know. I just love it out here. Originally, I'm from New York, so it reminds me a lot of New York City. It just reminds me of the city.
Huge city.
A very hot New York City.
Oh, gotcha. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Interesting. So, you feel like the first time, or the time that you will return, or would be somewhere near October?
That's correct.
So let me ask you something else, because this is, of course, an observation more than anything. We talked about, you thought about renting your apartment, or maybe you're going to rent your apartment that you own, and I've seen your apartment. And I don't feel like, other than you taking everything out of your apartment, I don't feel like your apartment's someplace that you could just rent in its current condition.
You're correct. And that's why I'm going to go back and make it rentable. I've talked to a few people I know, and a few people are ready to rent it in January. So everything has to kind of work out with his family, but he's wanting to rent it. So yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
So when you come back, you will basically throw everything in storage and then rent it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
how many guitars do you have? You have like
Yeah, tons.
tons.
So
Yeah.
I already sold two. I have my little sister. My little sister. She went out there and sold a couple for me.
Wow. So there's been people in your
Yeah,
apartment trying to take care of some stuff for
yeah,
you. Yeah. Well,
yeah. Luckily, I have that resource.
yeah. Got you. Got you. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Do you feel like, and again, I'm not trying to pry personally, or do you feel like you're running short on your retirement money that you get every month here?
No,
No. Okay.
no, not here. No, not even close. If I moved back to Vegas, I would feel that way for sure. Because I remember feeling that I was retired for 2 months, almost 3 months, and I realized, oh shit, And I had cashed out a very small 401k, and I still got priced out.
Wow. And so
Yeah,
basically, you're the money is holding on well for you for a month, and
yeah, here.
yeah. I mean, the expenses are high getting here, or you not too bad.
No, getting here was kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Because remember, I was kind of going through a lot of money to get out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me too. I fronted a lot of dough. I had to take care of a
Right.
lot of things, taxes, stuff like that. So I was
Yeah.
I was laying a lot of money, to get out here, and PCR tests. I mean, it was definitely one thing after another to try to make sure I had all the hatches battened down, so to speak. And then of course when we
Yeah, and I was trying to help you. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I got
Sorry.
you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, and I was trying to do as much as I could to hook you up with whatever it is that you needed so that you can show me the way. Because honestly, man, getting out here I had a lot of fear. I'm like, what the hell? And from what you said, I mean, the poverty that you mentioned and everything like that really kind of made me feel like this is not going to be a very good trip. And, in terms of what I'm going to see, and it wasn't like that at all. Like I've seen some poverty for sure, but not the kind that you were describing.
I will say that this you still, and again, I'm not sure what all the places you've been. I still feel like
Right.
you've gone mostly into some of the more
Correct.
yeah, better areas, maybe better areas.
Correct. I'm gonna. I knew where you were going with that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, there's that. But wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, what is the status on your insurance? So you got no insurance, or you got no insurance to go home to?
Yeah, I don't have. No, I got no insurance out here, and I have insurance to go home to. And my plan is to get into October. I get iron treatments, but I get iron treatments because I lose blood, right? So my iron is high right now because I haven't lost any blood. So I'm going to go in October to check my iron levels and to get my treatment if I need it. And I would use that insurance for that.
Gotcha. Wow.
And yeah, and my CAT scan on my lungs have been taken care of. Every 5 years I need CAT scans of my lungs to double check where the anomalies are in my lungs because I've had surgery. And so they check that out, and if there are some major problems in there, then they have to go up in there and fix them. So they haven't found any. Well, they found stuff, but I mean the details are if it's big problems, they need to fix it. If it's small problems, they don't do anything about it. And they found small problems and said to recheck it in 5 years. So from how I view it, I got 5 years until I need to use that insurance again.
Wow.
Right. I think that's as much as I can detail because I had my heart checked and everything, and they found a few things there, but they weren't going to. I never really found out what the hell that was all about.
Wow. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
So are you still on the Airbnb app, or did you make a deal off the Airbnb app?
No, I'm still on the app, and the Airbnb. A lot of this is I have to make sure that before I book anything more, I have to make sure about my visa, or else I'm going to be out the money. So next step is visa before I do anything, because I have 2 more Airbnbs.
Oh, got you. Oh, you booked 2 more?
Right.
Wow.
2 more. I have one to go to in a couple days, never to gig, and then I have another one, and then I have nothing after that. But I have to figure out about my visa, and then I'll find out more.
Isn't June helping you to some degree?
Sure.
I mean, she's giving you feedback and maybe what you should do, and maybe all this stuff. She isn't. Is she giving you that type of? Okay. All right.
Yeah, but moving to a place where they speak English as a second language really has helped a lot, because a lot of this is done in English.
Yeah.
So broken English.
Oh, so you feel like she doesn't speak English well?
No. I mean, like with cabs, a lot of people don't speak English well.
Well, I want to clarify this for you. I want to clarify this. I think they speak English. I think they are nervous to speak English to you.
Could be.
Ask June, because
I don't really know.
Ask June.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what I feel like the Filipinos speak English well. They're nervous to speak English to you. So
probably.
Yeah, because I mean that's been my experience, and of course I talk to Mary Joy about that off and on, and so I'm because I mean I think English is widely spoken here, and I don't think people have a whole lot of trouble speaking it to you, but however they they don't know everything because they speak some sort of half Tagalog, half English, and of course many different dialects, Tagalog also.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but the islands are where it's at, man. I mean, so I don't know when I'm going back. I'll go back in October, and that's my plan, and we'll figure out what's going on with this insurance stuff, and then we'll go from there.
Are you going to check this out? Are you going to book a round trip ticket back to the Philippines? Because get a load of this. If you book a round trip ticket, you actually get the return for nearly free.
Yeah, I'm going to do that for sure. That's on the list. I'm not doing a one-way back to. Yeah, I want to live here, man. So whatever that's going to take. After 10 years, you become a citizen. You petition the courts. I did a whole bunch of research on that too.
Yeah.
But if you're not married and all this other stuff, it takes about 10 years.
Wow. Interesting stuff. So 10 years. Wow.
10 years. And then you petition the courts out here, and they do a background check, and then they do, I think you write a letter because you're petitioning the courts, and then they make a decision.
What about, I mean, and again, you said you did some research, and again, I'm just having some fun here. What about if you have a kid, right? What happens if you just have a kid?
Yeah, that's
Instant.
Yeah, I thought if you marry, or you marry, you have to marry. If you have a kid, I don't think anything happens. I think you have to marry. From what I understand, you marry a Filipino woman, and then you're instantly, you get dual citizenship.
Wow. Is Danny in love?
We'll talk about that some other time.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice.
I don't know how many people are. No. I mean,
Sure.
I'm the happiest I've ever been in a long time. We'll put it that way.
Okay. That's good. I mean, that's great, actually. I mean,
that is really good. And that's actually because of you, man. You made this happen. You pushed me to go. If it wasn't, and I'm not just saying it because, we're on this live stream or anything. You're the one that made this happen. Because I've been listening to you. I've met you about 4 or 5 years ago. And of course, I don't listen to everything you say because who would do that? That's ridiculous. But I mean, most of the stuff, I have my own mind and everything. But you really have turned out to push me in the right direction. So, I mean, kudos to you. Thank you.
Wow.
It wouldn't have happened without you. I know that for sure.
Well, I appreciate
So I guess,
that.
man, go even deeper than that. You've actually made a real difference in my life. Go even deeper than that. I mean, how else can you? I don't know what else to say to another human being. A compliment.
Wow.
That's the best compliment I think I've given to anybody in a really long time.
Oh man, that's too nice. Too nice. Wow.
No, well, it's the truth. I mean, I'm not lying. This has been. I was fearful to go, and you know what I went through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw the whole thing. And I mean, how many times did you have to push me? I mean, you had to push me plenty of times.
Yeah. Yeah. I was.
We didn't just have one conversation, dude.
Yeah. This is it. I mean, it's the first time we talked since you've arrived here.
Yeah.
It's
everything you said. I mean, I'm having fun, and I've been the happiest I've ever been, and nobody knows it. Even that alone, if none of the other shit would have went down. I go to LA, I get bloody noses.
Mm.
So I don't know what the deal is here. The humidity in this air is so much humidity.
Yeah.
That it's even more than LA.
Yeah. And again, I feel like the weather has been rather mild since we've been here, which and
right.
It's supposed to really. The last time I was here in May, boy oh boy was it a scorcher. I mean, just 41, 44 right. Celsius. Yeah, 44.
Yeah, that's hot.
Oh man, that is super
44,
hot. Yeah, that is, and full blown.
You're hitting triple digits.
Oh yeah, full blast humidity. I mean, it's basically like Vegas, full blown humidity. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that again, I would think of it as super hot, but also I would think of it as the more humidity, no more bleeding. I'm good with it. I'll just make it happen.
You used to ride around Vegas, with as you work with a jug of water, pouring it over your head to get relief. I mean, I've never loved the heat in Vegas. There's some beautiful times a year, without a doubt, and that's really what I feel like makes Vegas a little more attractive. But I mean, in general, when it's 109, it's just fucking too hot. I mean, it's basically Mm-hmm.
Dude, for me, it's just unbearable.
Yeah.
I mean, and as I got older, the bleeding got worse, and I couldn't tolerate it anymore. I mean, it was so fucking hot, and I was just miserable, dude. I was just miserable.
Yeah.
Why live life like that? Why? I mean, the only reason why I was really there was because of the career.
Yeah. That's it. Wow. 25 years.
Keno.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And of course,
25 years.
Yeah. Wow, that's something.
And believe me, my department sucked so much ass that, I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, I can talk for you. One of these days we have to live stream, and the topic's got to be just on what exactly I went through out there, because that place sucked.
Yeah. Wow. That's something else.
It was backwards ass way of doing business. But again, a lot less corrupt than other local governments.
My buddy Raphael says, and this will be maybe something you could appreciate. My buddy Raphael describes extortion as refreshing.
Yeah.
There you go. But
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's corrupt. It's pretty corrupt. I mean, it wasn't, obviously it's who you know out there, but also if you know somebody, you're still doing, I don't know. I just felt like I knew people and I couldn't get anywhere, and it was ridiculous. I mean, I felt pretty abused by that department, and for no reason. I've seen people go through their career and not lift a finger, and I'm working my ass off, and I'm the sucker. I'm the one that was a good worker for what reason, I really don't know. Now that I'm behind it, I encourage other people. I'm like, dude, you're doing too much. Trust me, you're doing too much. Not only do they don't appreciate it, but you're just burning yourself out.
Yeah. Well, I used to tell you when I remember we were counting down, like in 2 years, you were counting shifts, and I was like, Danny, you're doing too much, buddy. Take it down a level. Take it down a level. Yeah. You're doing too much.
Yeah, and actually, my last year of work, I really listened to that, and really, they could have wrote me up for lack of doing anything because I was pretty unproductive. But I did get that computer job, and I worked my ass off on that. But that wasn't even really work. That was kind of fun for me because I didn't have to deal with the regular bullshit, and it was a special assignment that I was begging for since I got into that department. And they finally gave it to me right before I retired.
Wow. Yeah. Last minute, right?
Yeah.
That's
last minute, and it was. If there isn't a conspiracy, I got to tell you, it sure as hell looked like there was. So, but maybe there wasn't a conspiracy, to keep me there. I mean, because remember, I bought those years to get out of there, and I don't know how many people knew I bought any years.
Wow. That's something else. I really wonder what life would be like if I go the other way, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Yeah, I think of that too. I didn't do anything. I stayed in Vegas. Everybody else was partying and doing lines of coke in their 20s, and I just I didn't do any of that. And I guess if you can say it's worked out for me now, but I didn't have much fun really in terms of that. And life is about fun, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. Wow, that's something else, dude. It really is.
Yeah. Life is also about hard work too. People have to work hard too, but I don't know. I guess my position is pretty interesting and unique because of exactly what I planned out. I planned it out when I was 18 years old, so that was interesting. It's interesting to me because anything could have happened. Death, I was in trouble a few times. I got arrested. I almost lost my job. There's so much that could have went down.
So many ways, yeah.
So many ways, and I don't know how many people helped me if they did. If they didn't, I don't know how many people were against me. It certainly felt like there was a bunch of people against me.
Yeah,
I know that for a fact.
So what'd your brother say? What'd your brother have to say to you?
My brother is sort of silent on it. I guess it's very hard for him to be happy for anybody. You're happier than he is, it feels like. He just doesn't, maybe he's emotionally stunted or something, but he hasn't, maybe he feels like...
he's jealous.
I really don't know. I can't speculate. But he hasn't been warm. He hasn't been very warm about it. And doesn't answer my text either, which, I know he's busy, but anybody can text you and say, hey, I'm busy, I'll talk to you later. This guy doesn't even answer my text, so I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
He's jelly. He's jelly.
He could be jelly, or he could be busy, but I didn't do anything to piss him off, so I take offense to that, not answering my text. At least maybe I'm being a little bitch here, but at least say I'm busy, I'll talk to you later. He's my damn brother. I feel like he should answer my text at some point.
He's jelly. That's all. He's jelly.
Maybe.
So check this out. I've been meaning to tell you something early on. I think you need to change or import your number to Google Voice.
Okay.
So that way, if they do shut you off because you're still on Google Fi, if they do shut you off, at least you won't lose your number.
Well, at least I won't lose my number. Okay, so maybe you could walk me through that. But I have another phone. That phone that you said to buy, I set that up on what is this thing called Smart?
Okay. So
I have a local phone number.
So did you buy a Huawei phone?
I bought the phone that you told me to buy, the Apple.
Got you. Okay, so the unlocked phone. There you go.
And now
Okay.
Yeah, and now I have a local number, so for the Philippines, but I haven't really been using it. But I'm anticipating Google Fi going to shit because they told me, interestingly enough, they said it could work from 1 month out here and it could work up to 6 months out here, but they couldn't give me an answer on how many months.
You know what's really hilarious about that? They tout this service as good for travelers, da 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 da. And how could it be
Right.
that they tout this for that service, and then basically they're like, oh yeah, we'll just cut you off.
Right. And I called, and maybe it's just the lady I spoke to couldn't give me any information, but it's been working ever since, and it's still working. So I did buy the other one, so I kind of doubled up on payments, which who knows if I should have done that or not. But it's locals cannot use my international phone, so it makes it handy for them to be able to contact me locally.
You should have used Globe. I feel like Globe's a little better than Smart, but I know Smart has an unlimited
Yeah.
1 month plan thing going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm on Smart, and
Yeah.
actually have so much cellular service right now. I'm like overloaded on cellular service, so I'm just waiting for Google Fi to cut it off. So I guess Google Voice, I'll learn about that.
Yeah, I would. Okay, to shield yourself from losing your number when they cut you off. So you go in your
Right.
Gmail account, and then you open up Google Voice, and then you import your number, and then that way they'll assign you a new number. Is basically how that'll work out.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you,
That's cool.
yeah, and then like you text me or whatnot. You're not texting my phone. You're texting my Google Voice number. Just like right now, you're calling in on
Uh,
a Google Voice number, and then I'm able to use that through my computer. And of course, you use it through your phone in the same way, but I use it through my computer.
oh, cool.
And then I use the Google Voice app on my phone, and so it's like it shields me from when they boot me off the service. I don't lose anything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what will
Right.
happen is they'll just be like, "Oh shucks, dude," and and then you're like, and then you're overseas, and they're like, "Oh, we don't service overseas," and you're like,
Right.
you're like, "F you," you know what I mean? So there you go.
Right.
So it's
Got it.
important to maybe tackle that sooner than later, because once they cut you off,
Yeah.
then your ability to maybe port your number will be cut off.
Okay.
So there's that.
Cool.
And then actually from there you can put the Google Voice app on your smartphone, and then basically use the
Mhm.
internet service from your phone to take and navigate
Wow.
that way. Also hold the phone on that one. Make sure you have WhatsApp established with your numbers, so that way you could make calls and everything on the WhatsApp as you're going along also.
Cool.
So that
Cool. Lots of
all
options.
yeah. Well, that, and it'll work on your smartphone because it'll use the internet from your smart service. So
Right.
yeah, there you go. I mean
Cool.
that's
I'll
the
work on that.
yeah, that's the cliff notes of that situation right there.
Right.
So
Well,
man,
cool.
oh
I'd
man,
like to
Danny,
find out what's going on
go ahead.
with the casino. We'll have to do another. We'll have to do another live stream with the casino after the casino.
Yeah, I mean I'm on another island far away. Actually, the flight over here is similar to the LA to Vegas thing. It's about 50 minutes, so it's not as far as it seems, but it's on another island. But I'll tell you kind of the fun things about where I'm at currently is, one, there is a fraction of the traffic. Two, it is a little cooler, especially at nighttime. You get more of an ocean breeze, and then it's cheaper. I'm in a nice place for about $240 a month. So there's that.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean I'll just, for the watcher, you kind of see here. If you want to go back and watch the live stream, you can kind of take a peek. But it's cheaper. And you can walk. There's more accessibility to walking. And I like that. I definitely like to walk. I mean, even 10 minutes is nice, and in the morning and the night, and where Manila. I mean, Manila you could walk around too, but it's a lot of hustle and bustle and a lot of jeepneys and cars, so it's not as pleasant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, high stakes, Danny. It's been an hour, buddy. It's finally I get to connect with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, go.
Yeah, you're really breaking up, man.
Oh, am I? Got you. Yeah, I wondered. All right. Well, we'll end it here, man, and I'll try to talk to you offline a little bit. And it's nice catching up with you, and giving everybody an update. And we'll talk to you again soon. Maybe a video,
All right, man.
maybe a video stream when I got some really strong internet.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.